Hi guys, I'm Jay. In this video, I want to share my personal story. My journey from Vietnam to the United States is not just about traveling across the ocean or starting new college. It's about my inner journey, the question, the fear, the moment of realization that come with living far from home. Through my video, I hope to express my wonder that shaped the way I see the world. So let's begin.
There was days when I sat by my window, watching the sky over Ho Chi Minh City and wonder, what is the world out there really like? That question has followed me since childhood. Each time I look up at airplanes crossing the sky and imagine being one of the passengers, heading somewhere far beyond what I know. That was when wonder first began to take root in me. People said philosophy begins in wonder, and I think that's right. For me, studying abroad in the United States became my first philosophical journey, an attempt to answer the question that has always lived quietly inside me. The night before my flight, my dad told me only one thing: go and you will see how big the world really is. I didn't reply. I just looked around at my family, my friends, the street outside, and the familiar scent of coffee in the air. Everything felt suddenly precious. At that moment, I realized something. What scares us isn't the new world waiting ahead. It's leaving behind the world that once made us who we are. The plane took off around 11 p.m. and then, little by little, the city disappeared as if the whole chapter of my life was closing behind me. I leaned back in my seat, surrounded by strangers, and felt a strange emptiness, not sadness, not fear, but the weight of crossing into unknown. 12 hours later, I landed in Istanbul. After almost a day of flying, I finally arrived in America. The air was bright and cool, the sky straight wide, too wide for my eyes to take it. When I stepped out of the Atlanta airport, it was noon. The sunlight was bright and flooding everything in golden. That first day, I stayed in my room, just a bed, a desk, and my suitcase. I opened my laptop and looked at the map. This new world I had dreamed about for so long, and I whispered to myself, tomorrow everything begins. The first morning of class, I woke up before dawn. Outside, the air was freezing, and the streets were quiet. I got on my bike and began to ride 15 miles to school. It was about 30 miles every day, 3 hours total. At first, it was exhausting. Sometimes I arrived at class in the rain, but as they passed, that ride became my meditation. Each morning, I saw the same sunrise painting the sky orange. Each day, I passed the same tree, the same neighborhood, and yet they never looked the same. And that's when I understood another layer of wonder is not only found in new places, sometimes it's lived inside the things we see every day, if we look deeply enough. During those long rides, my thought wandered. What's the home mean when you live between two worlds? I mean, two countries. Who am I away from the people who know me the best? Each question felt heavy, but also alive. Wonder isn't always comfortable. Sometimes it's confusing, even painful. But that's exactly why it's precious, because it moves us. I realized that my entire journey, from saying goodbye in Vietnam to pedaling 30 miles a day, was an act of philosophy. every new experience made me question something I used to take for granted. The idea of success, of belonging, of happiness. I used to think that studying abroad was about reaching somewhere, a goal, a country, a diploma. But now I see the real journey is the one happening inside me. Each morning when I ride my bike through the wind, I feel both small and infinite. Each sunset reminds that everything ends, but the ending is also the beginning of something else. This is what wonder means to me, to live fully awake, to see ordinary as extraordinary, to never stop asking questions, even when there are no answer. Sometimes, after class, I would sit in the library until it closed. The world outside the window would grow darker and quieter. I would think of my family back in Vietnam already starting their morning. We were in two different worlds, connected by time and memory. And I would wonder, what is the distance? Really? Is it miles between us? Are the moments we no longer share together? There were nights I missed my home so much that I wanted to give up. But then I would remember that feeling from the airplane window, that sense of stepping into something greater than myself. And slowly I began to realize home isn't a place you live, it's something you carry within you, in your mind, your story, your wonder. As we turned into months, things began to change. The road I once feared became familiar. The faces I didn't recognize turned into friends. The confusion I once felt turned into curiosity. Every challenge, from the long ride to the language barrier to the quiet loneliness, became part of my growth. One morning, while biking to school, I caught myself smiling for no reason. The sky was clear, the air cold, and everything felt simple and infinite. And in that moment, I thought maybe this is what wonder really is. Not a question to answer, but a feeling to live with. Philosophy begins in wonder, and so did my journey, from fear to curiosity, from loneliness to discovery. Every step, every month has taught me how to look at life differently. To wonder is to be alive. I mean, not to rush for certainty, but to stay open to the unknown, to the unfamiliar, and the beautiful. When I left Vietnam, I thought I was chasing a dream. But now I know what I was really chasing was understanding.
Thank you guys that watching a video that's sharing my small part of my story. I'm Jay and this is my journey of wonder. A journey that I think just only begun. And see ya!